Hey guys, this is Rusty again with Collector Auctions, and I've got another CGC unboxing. Now, this was the second 9.4 pre-screen that I got in on June 24th, and I'm sorry for the delay in the videos getting these out. As I said in my last video, I've got a lot of videos in the queue that I want to get out that I'm putting out, and these will be delayed a little bit, but just like the last video, this one came in with that one, both on the June 24th. These were, that one, just like this one, were pre-screen 9.4s. We were down at the Heroes Con down in Charlotte, North Carolina, so we weren't here to get them. Thank goodness, as I said before, my daughter was here to pick up the orders and get them in the house, make sure they're safe and everything. We did really, really good on the last order. Not only did we get 22 out of 25, we only had a couple of 9.4s in there, but we had a bunch of 9.8s. So we also had a lot of 9.6s, but we had a bunch of 9.8s. So I was super happy about this. This order right here is a lot lighter. I don't know what to expect. I know that some of the books on this order were more taking shots on goal. I've got the list here. We'll go over them as we get into it. Just to give you a little bit of heads up before we get into this, this order here was sent out on April 26th. And today we got these back on the June 24th. So it's not the day that they're watching the video, but that's the day that we actually got these back in. It's a few days later after that when I'm filming this. So as I said, we were at Heroes Con and we just got back. And I'm doing both the videos back to back. So you're gonna get my it's a back-to-back reaction to the last video. If you watched the last video, literally I'm stepping in. We're doing the second video right now because I can never wait to open these up. I mean, is this not the most exciting thing? Now, I know that the books in here, if they're graded, they didn't go below a 9.4. The value on these books at a 9.4 were really good, but anything below that was going to drop off, and that's why I do pre-screens. And if I miss anything and they don't get graded, I'm not upset. Generally, yeah, a little bit. I question it sometimes, but at least they didn't get graded lower than that and then get stuck with that lower grade that's not very valuable. This, at least, it gives me a chance to take the book back, inspect it, and see if it's going to be worth resubmitting. And sometimes it is. It's a lot cheaper to do it this way than it is to get it graded, be unhappy with that grade, go back and open it up and then rework it and send it in again. So that's the way I do things. I mean, that's the way most of these orders are going to be pre-screens at this point, unless there's some reasons not to do a pre-screen. But guys, let's just get into this right now. Let's see how we did. We got some good books. I'm looking at the list here. Yeah, these are some good books, some familiar books. You know, all of them have got some age on it. These are all 1979 up to 89. I don't see anything older than 79. I don't see anything newer than 89. So yeah, we got some, late Bronze Age and then early Copper Age books in this order here. And with an order like that, when I see things aren't getting there, that's kind of what I expect. Some of these can be a little bit rougher. They can judge it harshly sometimes. Maybe sometimes rightfully so. And I'm looking real close. Okay, good. I got the box backwards. We can pull the books out, and I can cover the grades up and not see. Yeah, I see. There's a pretty big raw box there. So we'll go through that too. And we'll see what didn't make the grade. But let's get rid of some of that bubble wrap. All right, guys, let's start off with the first book. I don't know what the order is. We'll just get started with it, though. Ooh. Yeah. Glad I put my hands over it. The box is not backwards. It's completely facing me. So I'm going to have to turn the box around in a sec, but I've got the book. I didn't see the grade, but it's a really good book. We got Thor 385. This is really more of a cover thing with Ron Friend's artwork. It's not a super key or anything, but it's valuable because of the cover more than anything, I think. You all can correct me on that, but let's see how we did. 9.4. Yeah, I'm not happy with that. Not happy with that. And I'll tell you why. I mean, the value is still there, but the other order had issues that were very similar to this at the same time. You know, I'm doing these books at the same time, but I'm starting to think that you get a good grader here and you get a bad grader there, and all of a sudden, you know, your books, you know, this order, maybe, I don't know. I don't know if how you can actually avoid that kind of thing, but got a 9.4 on that. Yeah, I'm not super happy about that. You know, I take it back. This is actually a Eric. No, I take it back. Yeah. It's a Ron Friends cover. Eric Larson art on the inside. All right, I'm gonna turn the box around. I'm gonna see what we got. I hope that's not a sign of things to come. We'll take the giant box of rolls off and set it to the side. But like I said, good thing is we did a pre-screen. 9.4s, they still have value. The values I've got on my, let me see if I even have my cheat sheet here. Answer is I don't even have my cheat sheet, so I can't even give you what the values on 9.4, so I'll put it up on the screen. Anyway, if I had had that on that sheet, these would have been values from 4 months ago. Of April, May, June. Wow. No, actually, that's really good. I sent this out at the end of April, so April, May, June. Wow, really? 2 months? I wasn't even thinking there. Normally these things have been 4 months, but man, 2 months. Wow, that's CGC really is pushing through. I hope they're not pushing them through too fast on cases like this. Okay, this is one of my few books. I'll call them my nemesis. X-Men 213. We've seen this countless times in my orders. I can't go by and not get this book. Whenever I see it at a show, if I find it and it's really good, I pick it up. I can't seem to, break that barrier. I finally got 9.6s on them, but we'll just see. We'll just see. Yeah, 9.4. 9.4. Not starting off good. Again, there's value in that, but I'm telling you that, man, I hope this box isn't like that. We had one from a few videos earlier than this that was like this, and it deserved some of those lower grades. But right now, we'll see if we can pull it back. All right, we got Wolverine number 2, and I don't have my cheat sheet, so I can't even tell you where I picked this up. I want to say I know I picked up a couple of these recently. One at a LCS on my travels, and one at a little comic show recently. I don't know which one's which. Sorry, I can't give you that information. I don't have it in front of me, but we'll see how we did. 9.4. Yeah, I'm telling you. This whole order, if this goes like this, this is what I'm expecting now. This is how I'm seeing this order go right now. Yeah, you tell me that's a 9.4. I don't know. I've been holding some of these books back that have graded lower at times, and I'm honestly, 9.4 still has value. I'm going to have to see if it's going to be worth cracking it open, because I'm telling you that when I do these, when I do a pre-screen and I put a grade on it like a 9.4, it's only to protect me just in case I really miss something. But I don't think they're 9.4s. In most cases, I'm thinking 9.6s, and in a lot of cases, they're so good like 9.8s. Last video, guys, you watched that. You saw me pull 9. I'd say out of that order, 20 out of the 24, or 20 out of the 22 books I got back were all 9.6s and 9.8s. I think I had 2 in there that were 9.4s. So, all right, we got Sensational She-Hulk number 1. I think I should have 2 in this order. So let's see if we got both of them through. All right, got a 9.8 on that. That's really nice. And I go to my sheet to tell you where I got the book, but I don't have it. I don't have it. I don't know where my cheat sheet is, because I keep a little spreadsheet that tells me where I picked these up. All right, so got it. Hey, got a 9.8 on that. We'll see if I can get a 9.8 on the other one, or at least a 9.4. We'll see. Yeah, here's the other one. Let's see how we did on this one. 9.6. Ugh. Yeah. My enthusiasm is going down because I'm telling you, these are really nice. Yeah, both of them are newsstand. Not sure what the difference is if a newsstand or a direct is more valuable on that book at this point, but both of those were newsstands. All right, guys. What is next? Okay, now this definitely came from the PC. The books so far have been from I pick up at shows, and I know I picked up one of those at Third Eye Comics in Annapolis, Maryland. But I know the Punisher books I've got in this order were all from the PC. The only one I had gotten graded prior to this was issue number 1, and I know I actually sold it. It was a 9.4. I wasn't too happy with it. It's a book I will eventually try to replace someday, but we'll see how we did on number 2. Hey, wow. Yeah, it's all over the place on this stuff like this. And yeah, whereas I may crack that Wolverine number 2 out again. There should be enough value in that on a 9.4 that it's going to be worth me trying to press it up to at least a 9.6. I don't know what I missed. I doubt that I'll get a grader's notes, but hey, look at this right here. I mean, these are all similar books. They have similar defects or lack of defects. You're telling me, I'm telling you, I can go in here right now and I can identical right now. So, but hey, Punisher number 2, 9.8. That is really, really good. And as you go through that Punisher limited series, obviously the grade, just like every other book, the values start to go down with the grades. You want those 9.8s, but that's going to be a really good value, I think. Oh, wow, I didn't realize. We have 2 of that. We have 2 in the same order here. All right, let's see how we did on that. All right, we got a 9.6 on that one. And again, 9.4 order had value. 9.6 is going to be more than what I expected. So I guess one way I should be happy. The other side of it is I know that these books are better than what I'm getting some of these grades on at this point. Boy, it's such a mixed bag sometimes. The last video, I mean, you watch that video, I was up. I mean, half hour ago, going through that order when I was opening and shooting that video for the last show, man, I couldn't have been riding higher. Right now, I'm, sitting there kind of in the middle ground right now. All right. X-Men 211. I have not, I'll be honest, I have not had success with this one, 212 or 213. I've gotten a couple 9.6s on 12, or at least one 9.6 on 12 and 13, but I don't think I've had great success on this one yet. Let me tell you, it's going to be a 9.4. All right, 9.6. Okay, so that's definitely better. Yeah, I love this. This is not my favorite of the Marauders storyline and everything, but John Romita cover here, that's beautiful. Actually, I think John Romita art as well on this one. And of course, then they have Barry Windsor-Smith and Alan Davis. Man, those are really good. All right, let's see what's next. All right, we said we had another 211. We had 2 number 11s in there. Yeah, I wish I had the information to tell you where these came from. I might be able to tell you how much I paid for them. I overpaid on a couple of these, but then some of them I paid a lot less than market value, so I just don't have that information in front of me. All right, that's not bad. We got 2 9.6s on the 211s there. All right, that's not bad. Can't say that I'm super stoked. I should be. This is bad of me, guys. So I apologize. But after the last order, which was a 9.4 order as well, we had books from the same time period, and I'm getting these fantastic grades. I mean, wow. I mean, the 9.6. If this had been part of that order, I would have been excited. With this order so far, those 9.4s have already soured me a little bit. Man, I'm getting spoiled. All right, we got, and I should have a couple of these in here. This is Thor 411. This is, I want to say, it's the first appearance of the New Warriors. And I'm not sure if it's individuals that are making first appearances. I always thought 412 was the more valuable, but I think that's considered the first full appearance, and this is a cameo. I don't know. But it seems like this book has actually gone up in value even more than 412. So I think I've got both of those in this order here. So let's see how we did. 9.6. Yeah, it's not bad. I'm so spoiled these days. I want those 9/8. You know, just give me those 9/8. You can't tell me some of these aren't making it. Okay, so we have a second copy. All right, let's see how we did on that. 9/4. Really? Oh, come on. I'm telling you. Without grader's notes at all, you're left to just kind of figure it out for yourself. And hopefully it's something on the cover that you can see. And I called it out in the last video. CGC guys, you've got to give us this information. I mean, we pay all this money for your opinion on this, and you can't tell us why this got knocked down and then why this got knocked down even further. You've got to tell us this. This should be part of your service. I mean, come on. And how can that not be part of the service? The grader's notes you guys are giving are very inadequate to what we're doing. And we are feeding you guys these things. We are giving you millions of dollars. The amount of money that you guys are making on this is a small ask. This should be part of the service. You guys do a great job. Don't get me wrong. I keep coming back to you guys. You do fantastic work. I've been so happy over the last year with the work. But I'm telling you, guys, you've got to put better grader's notes in there. They should be detailed. They shouldn't even be grader's notes. They should be straight up notes. This is why this book is not a 9/6. I want that explanation. I mean, everybody out there who does this should be calling this out every day. Should be calling up and saying, CGC, I want to know why that wasn't a 9/8. I want to know why my 9/8 wasn't a 9/9. You know, guys, that should be part of this. I mean, just that an opinion that with no explanation, that's not good enough. It's not good enough. All right, so I got a third copy here, and I tell you, I don't know what to expect. All these books look absolutely great to me. So let's see what we did on this one. Another 9/4. You gotta be kidding me. Really? Yeah, that's just... Yeah, I'm telling you. And I tell you, I don't want to get into the business of taking this here. I mean, it's not a super expensive book, even as a 9/8. I mean, there's a lot of value in it, but anything below that, of course, it really drops off. I mean, my guess is this right now is a $100 slab, and if I can, depending on what a 9/6 is, I would consider breaking it out. But the money I just put into this, I mean, maybe these should have gone into a 9/6. Maybe I need to change my algorithm. I don't know. These are things that every one of us need to consider. Every one of these orders that I do, I try to tell myself that I adjust and reevaluate. And maybe I do. Maybe I just need to understand it a little bit better and maybe tighten up my process a little bit. But this order and the last order, I did cleaning and pressing at the same time. All these books I was working on night and day for weeks to get these orders ready, because the prices, this is about when those prices went back up and the last time. And I tried to get these orders out before, actually I take it away, it wasn't the prices going up, it was my membership was about ready to renew and I was going to lose part of that discount. That's what it was. And I was trying to get the orders out before that happened, and I didn't rush it. I'd been very prepared for this, but I was doing a lot of books all at the same time. So the same process that I did on the last order where I was getting 9/8s and a lot of 9/6s, look at this. I'm getting these 9/4s right now. So, all right, we got one of my favorite comics of growing up, Iron Man 126. This was the John Romita Jr., Bob Layton artwork, just absolutely stunning cover. I love this cover. This is one of those covers that makes me want to be an artist. I remember redrawing this, and sometimes I would trace over it and I'd make new characters with the stance and everything. It was awesome. I never redrew the character Iron Man himself exactly, but I used this stance, and I would make new characters based on this and everything. And oh man, that was awesome. I love that. Now, if this had been the last order, I'd be super excited right now. With this one, it's going to be a 9/4. The 9/6 will be great, but it's going to be a 9/4. Yeah, It's a 9.4. I don't even have to look. I can tell you what this is going to be at this point. This is an order that was going to be 9.4s. Man. I mean, tell me that's a 9.4. I'm calling complete BS at this point. Just because I can bet you, I can bet you, I'll go and look. Before I put this video up, and when I give you the values on every one of these, and I'll have it a little graphic on the screen, I'll, at least on that 126, I'll look it up, and I will tell you if they gave me graders notes on that. All right, we got Daredevil 160. I love the Frank Miller run. This is one of my favorite covers because it has the Black Widow on there. I love the Black Widow. Let's see what we got. 9.4. Hey, how is that a surprise? Now, this one, I don't know where this one came from. I want to say this is out of the PC, and I want to say that of everything in here, that's one that I might expect to be a 9.4 because it was a reading copy I had, and I took really good care of it, and I pressed it really good. So this is one that I can see that kind of thing happening. But I can just tell you it's going to be a 9.4, right? All right, we've got Thor 364. This is when Loki turns him into a frog. Made popular now because of the Thor miniseries, or I'm sorry, the Loki series on Disney Plus. Let's see how we did. What do you guys bet? My guess is, it's a little bit newer book. Let's give this one a 9.6. I think they're just guessing at it at this point. Yeah, how about that? Yeah, I could just tell you, but I think they're basing it on the age of the book than actually looking at these books. You're telling me this is a 9.6. Come on. Come on. I just don't know. I'm playing in this field right now where even a 9.8, I mean, these aren't mega keys. The price isn't skyrocket up at the top like that I don't know if I've got enough margin to risk breaking a 9.6 out to try to get a 9.8 and send it in for another order. I might do it on some of these, especially in some of these previous orders where they're just sitting there. I got these X-Men 212s and 213s. I'm getting 9.0s and 9.2s, and I'm like, really? There's no way it's that low. And I'm just sitting there going, what am I going to do with this? And I definitely don't want to get into the business of cracking these things open with as much money as already put into it, but you may have to. I mean, it may not be any value in things like that. All right, the last book that was actually graded was the other Thor that I really wanted good. This is, of course, when he was Thor as a frog, and he's actually Thor, not just a frog. So this is 366, beautiful Walt Simonson cover. I've got a copy of this myself that I had Walt signed years ago, but this was a really nice copy. What do you think? Another 9.6? Yeah, I'd probably say so. Oh, look at that, 9.4. How am I not surprised? I think they should tell us who the graders are. And on orders like this, I don't want that grader again. Whoever graded this order, I don't want you as my grader ever again. I want the grader I had in my last order. That's what I want. Because I'm telling you, this right here is a very disappointing order. I'm hoping there's enough value in those 2 9.8s I got that I can sell and recoup some of the cost on an order like this, because I'm going to tell you, some of these are going to get broke out again. You're telling me this is a 9.4. I'm telling you, you're full of crap. This right here is not a 9.4. I've gotten 9.4s before that definitely are 9.4s. This is not a 9.4. That might be a 9.6, but man, I'm telling you. Okay, I'm just gonna let's leave something up here as I finish up and do the rolls. Actually, no, I was going to put something up there good, but let's go through the rolls and let's see what didn't make the grade. Because, as I said, I may have to change the algorithm on some of this. I just don't. You can't really protect yourself. You know, it'd be easier to say, "Oh, Russ, you should have done a 9.6 on this order." Well, that's fine and dandy for the condition, but for the values, there's still value at 9.4s on all of this. And maybe I take it and I try to move most of these books and just get out of it and move on. That might be the smart thing to do. Right now, I'm a little more upset about the whole thing, and I don't know what I really want to do. I really want to crack some of these out and get them back in the press again and just do a completely new order, and I might do that. I'd hate to do that. I mean, these things cost so much, but you tell me that these 9.4s aren't better than that. Come on. Come on. All right. Yeah, we'll see. All right, so what didn't make the grade? What didn't make a 9.4? I'm telling you. Got Fantastic Four 265. She-Hulk joins the Avengers. I've got 2 copies of Iron Man 170. This is when Rodney takes over as Iron Man, or puts the Iron Man armor on to be the first time. Here is a copy of Daredevil 170, and okay, I get it. There's a little spine tick over here, but I'm telling you, even the 9.4, I've seen spine ticks on 9.8s, for God's sake. But if it's color breaking, I get it. Knock it down. And you're telling me that wasn't a 9.4? Yeah. Look at all this. Tell me these aren't 9.4s at the very least. I'd be upset if they were still 9.4s. And this doesn't bother me. I mean, yeah, it bothers me that they didn't get graded, but I'm so happy they didn't grade these and grade them as 9.4s. Then I would be really upset. But I had another copy of 211. Another copy. I don't know if I had another copy, but I had a copy of 212 in here. But I did have that. 213 didn't make a 9.4. Copy of X-Men 160. This is the first adolescent, or I guess adult version of Magic, or Colossus' sister. And then I had, man, this is just, I'm telling you guys right now, I could take every one of these Rawls that they did not grade as a 9.4. I mean, I'd almost be tempted to take every one of these, just go back, maybe I'd do another little press and work, just do another little work to the spine and resubmit the whole order. And I'm telling you that these are not lower than 9.4s. I'm telling you that. And I'm telling you something else, CGC. I get why you may not do grader's notes on these here as well. Because, okay, you find a defect and it knocks it down below that grade. But I know you took notes. I mean, you had to take notes to be able to knock this down. If this was a 9.8 order and it had a couple of ticks that immediately knocked it down, I get that. I mean, you could just stop grading. But these, with the 9.4, you definitely had to take a longer time to find out what these defects were, and you know what they are. You know what these defects are, and you should tell us on these Rawls, why did these not make the grade? I mean, and these grader's notes that you have right now are just ridiculous. I'm sorry. I've got a Fantastic Four 244 that got a 7.0. Not necessarily arguing the grade, but I had a 9.0 and a 7.0 and a 9.0 that 2 different grades in the same order, and you look at the notes and they're practically identical. That tells me nothing. So you guys owe it to the community to tell us why these books are not making the grade. And my monitor is about ready to go off again. So guys, I'm sorry, I'm getting a little heated here, but you tell me, do you agree with me on this? This right here, I've done this long enough now. I'm getting these books graded. I'm cleaning and pressing my own books. I know pretty well. I may not have the greatest eye, and maybe I use this pre-screen as a crutch sometimes, but I'm telling you, these books right here should have at the very least been a 9.4, and I would have been upset if these had gotten a 9.4. So thank you, CGC, for not grading these, and maybe I'll resubmit these at some point. But man, I'm telling you, this should have been, this order right here should have been just as good as the other order. Both of these, I mean, any of these books could have flip-flopped into whichever order I wanted. This order and the last CGC video. Watch both of those. These books were all the same books. I mean, I did all these at the same time. They should have graded out really good and very similarly. I can't say the word. But they should have been the same. Should have been the same. I should have had the same results in this order as I did the last one. So I don't know. I'm calling BS on this one. And as much as the other order, you know, thank you guys. I mean, thank you for that. That's what I expected because I know how good I am at this. And this right here is not representative of my abilities. This one isn't on me. This one is not on me. This is on CGC. So I'm just calling it out right now. So guys, we'll see what we can do with this order right here, and we'll see if I have to break out any of these over here. Because I'm telling you right now, that is not a 9.4, guys. That is not a 9.4. That at the very least is a 9.6. At the very least, because it has some age on it, and it may have some corner rubs, but man, I'm looking at the corners and I'm going, wow, this is a super sharp copy. I mean, you tell me this isn't 9.8 territory right now. You're telling me this isn't 9.8 territory. I'm telling you, yeah, it is. Yes, it is. I mean, at the very least, a 9.6. 9.6 on this, I would have been a little disappointed because I know I'm pushing it, and my desire to get this book up there. But I'm telling you, this is not a 9.4. There's no way. So, anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the content. I'm sorry I'm getting a little heated right here, but if anybody's interested in any of the books at this point, let me know. You know, I will. I save some of these for my collection. I sell a lot of them so I can help pay for these orders, especially orders like this that are going to just really suck, basically, because we put out a lot of money for these things, and we expect really good results when we know what we're doing. We're not just guessing at these things. You know, a lot of us have done this long enough that we know we've got a good enough eye to know what it should be about. And I'm telling you that 9.4s on these are just, for the most part, are just BS. These not making a grade, BS. I'm telling you, unless it's something drastic and I completely missed. I mean, and that's always possible, but I'm telling you that, man, this is a great set of books right here. I could send these in right now, and I bet you I'd pull 9.6s depending on the grader. So I hate the fact that you have to kind of go through that all over again now. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed today's content, please hit the like button, and if you haven't already subscribed, please join the show. We like talking about comics here. And sorry about that, guys. So I was just trying to wrap up, and the video cut out on me. So let me just finish up my closing real quick here. So as I was saying, you know, we like talking about comics here, and I have a little phrase: every comic has a story, and that's what this was all about right here. We have every one of these has a story. I wish I could have told you a little bit more about where the books came from at this time. I just didn't have that in front of me at this point. But right now, we got a big enough story with these grades. That's the story right now today. These comics didn't meet the grade where I thought they should have been. So we'll go from there. We'll find out what happens next, and you know, there'll be a video about it. There'll be another show about all of this. So guys, stay tuned. We'll do a video on that someday, I'm sure, as well. So thanks, guys, for watching, and I will see you for the next video.